talk about Lies of P. Finally. Okay. Lies of P review. Okay, the game when the game dropped, everyone was going, it's a nice Souls like, it looks like a great Souls like, but it's not a Souls like. It actually is, it just feels like a Souls game. It doesn't feel like a Souls like. All the time I was playing the game, I didn't even once think that it's not a Souls game. I literally felt like all the Miyazaki traps were there. People hiding in the corners, jumping on you. The combat was satisfying. And people don't realize it's not the difficulty that makes a Souls game a Souls game. It's the gameplay. How fun it is. It just works. The gameplay works. Builds work, everything works. And yes, it might be, and some people say it's easier than Bloodborne. I get it why they say it, because you can get by with the throwables. You just have to grind a bit, do the throwables, and you can you can get through pretty much every boss in the game. I'm sure, yes. But I think the game is great. But yeah, it's almost a perfect game, but it just need like 3-4 quality of life changes, and then the game would be perfect. For me, this already is my game of the year for 2023, because of course Tekken 8 is not coming out this year. So it copies everything nicely from the Souls games, Dark Souls and Bloodborne, but the issue is they also copy the bad stuff. So first off, the game doesn't care about your time. It may those tedious run backs in the classic Souls games. You have to run back to the boss every time. You keep running back, and it just breaks the flow of your combat. When you're in a boss fight, you're fighting it off, you're getting good, you're getting better with the timings and shit, and then you die, and then you have to run back half a kilometer or 1 kilometer back. And in between, maybe you have to fight enemies as well. Or maybe not. Sometimes not. And the door boss was a bitch. You remember the big fuck? Whose legs you had to keep poke, and then he would fall down. And even when falling down, he would fall on you and you would get knocked down. And then when you die to that boss, you spawn back 1 kilometer back. And you have to run back here and then again do the boss fight. That's annoying. It feels, that's basically the game not respecting my time. It annoys me. If the game don't respect my time, it annoys me. That's the first thing. And the second, and actually this should have been the first priorities, the second thing that I'm about to talk, the lock-on system on a mouse and keyboard. I mean, you have to understand, there are so many people in this world who prefer these two things, this one and this one. It's the way of life for us. I don't walk with legs, I walk with WASD. And I don't look with my eyes, I look with the mouse, this Razer Viper Mini. So please include us in the gameplay optimization. Like, so many times in this game I died because of shitty lock-on system. I had literally an enemy attacking me and I couldn't lock it on, that enemy. I locked onto 2 enemies behind him. If you remember the Black Rabbit Brotherhood bitches, I got fucked in that fight so many times because my camera would eventually by itself lock onto someone else, and I also felt that same issue in Lords of the Fallen as well. Fuck this, man. Yeah, this fucking lock-on system is annoying. I wanna enjoy the game and I can't enjoy it. I'm literally fighting someone, it changes right back to someone like fucking 2 kilometers away. Wow, let's just change. What? He's attacking me, can't you see? What the fuck is wrong with this game? Burned because of the fucking target system. Wow, thank you game, really appreciate it. Wow. This is wrong. wrong. There are many joystick players, what's it called, controller players, but no, there are so many keyboard players as well. Please think about us, game. But the game is great, and especially it's on, best thing, it's on Game Pass. You can try the game as well. If you like it, buy it. If you're a one-off player like me, and who knows, maybe I'll buy this game later. Who knows? But it's a great value. The game is good. It doesn't feel Souls-like. It is a Souls-like game. It doesn't feel Souls-like. It is a Souls game for me. And I just now I realized. Remember the name of the developers. It's NeoViz, right? The story is perfect. In but we didn't finish the time wasting part properly. There's also one thing about the time wasting. Elden Ring actually fixed it this time. Like when the original Souls game started fixing their mistakes about the time, about the tedious stuff, runbacks and shit. Yeah, NeoViz. The newcomers are again putting it back in. No, you're supposed to do better than that. It doesn't, like, I get it, these the new studios and indie developers and shit, but just putting a checkpoint doesn't really need a lot of money. It just needs one man with some skills, and of course there are people with skills in these studios, right? That's how they made this great ass game. So hopefully there comes a patch in which there's a decent lock-on system and non-time wasting stuff. Don't make me run uselessly. That's why I hate God of War. That's why I hate Assassin's Creed. Don't make me run back. Respect my time. Give me a checkpoint right before the boss fight, and we'll be good. It just breaks the flow of everything. Going back to the checkpoint and running half kilometer or 1 kilometer to get back. No, not cool. Again, so if you're one of those guys who don't like the storytelling in classic Souls game, the story here is much better. I think it's even like well told. I'm not saying the story is great, of course, and it's always a subjective story to everyone. But the way of telling the story is great in this game. It's a mix of both Sekiro and I would say, like, it's definitely better than Sekiro. And Sekiro's story is pretty. I think Sekiro and Elden Ring, but you put more cutscenes in Sekiro locking system. Yeah, Sekiro's locking system is perfect on PC. It doesn't change in between like that. It changes when you move your mouse, I think. Yeah, I don't know about the story, how story is told in Bloodborne, but yeah, story is pretty clear. Mostly you won't have to go to Vati Vidya or whatever. But I went to another channel like that, and that was like, I didn't find much difference between what I saw and what they've told. So it's a good storytelling, and also it also has the environments, nice environments. I think we all know. The game looked like Bloodborne in the first or second and third chapters because it has the Victorian London vibe. But everything else, it feels like a different game on itself. And I'm not saying this in a bad way. It's really good. It's good. It's perfect. I mean, that's why. You know how picky I am. I'm a picky motherfucker. I don't play just any game. I play the game that makes me feel good playing it. I won't play just any shit. Of course, after playing Witcher 3 and Devil May Cry 5, I got, like, what can you say? I got really picky about the games because those games have ruined me now. After playing those games, I don't find anything interesting anymore. But Souls games are exceptions, and this one is a nice Souls game. Which ending did you got? Yeah, I got the best. I mean, I don't know, man. I just play my games too carefully. I put my time in. Also, yes, this game rewards you for putting your time in. If you're just an asshole who just wants to get by the game, you'll definitely get the bad ending. Just like Witcher. If you run through Witcher, if that's the game, if that's your aim, you just have to get past the game. you will get the bad ending. If you actually start caring about the game, you will get the great ending. Same happens here in this game. If you don't give a shit, the game won't give a shit about you either. It will give you the worst ending or the bad. But if you put your time in, if you indulge yourself in the lore and shit, yeah, you'll get better endings. And it feels good. It feels good. I mean, that's what other games need to do. And that's what they don't do. That's why they don't work. This game works because it gets it right. This game gives you a lot of choices. I won't call it Souls-like because I think everyone is saying that it doesn't feel like a Souls-like. It feels like a Souls game, right? I'm not a new guy. So yeah, but the game does need some improvements in small, like literally small places. Just add some more checkpoints for bosses and fix the target system on PC. I think other than that, everything is fine. We even have like sick weapons. And yeah, again, one more last thing. The Ergo and whatever, the special Ergo. You know the great runes in Elden Ring? We also have the great rune type things, great Ergos for this game. But the issue is the game doesn't tell you in any way that these are important. They don't. And because of that, I missed almost more than half of the boss weapons. And like someone told me in the chat that you have to get the weapons and this and that, and then I realized, oh, is that it? And it comes like 4 or 5 chapters later. It's so late in the game that you can unlock weapons from those Ergos. By then I had wasted like 4 or 5 boss runes, I would say. Yeah, so the game doesn't do a good job of telling you that those things are important and you have to, and there's no other way of doubling your Ergo, right? You can't double it. In Elden Ring you have the mausoleums or turtles, you know, those temple type things. You can double your runes there and you can get both amulets and the weapons, but this time you have to make a choice always. You either get the weapon or you get the amulet. And again, there isn't much description to what the weapon does properly, and like having that would also help a lot. Like I get to decide like why this weapon is great. Why should I have the weapon? They don't tell you why should you have it. If you just add 2, like, and the running thing, yeah, I tried it on controller this time. But I can't play on controller, and I'll just wait. You can't see me, right? Or can you? There's the past me. This is where I tried the controller for the last time and I threw it off because I just don't like control. It's not working for me. It feels weird. The you died screen. V resembles the arm. Yeah, he looks like V. Yes, DMC reference. Yeah, he has the arm. You know, the his arms do look more like DMC's. His electric one looks like Overture, and the string, we all know Nero has the snatch mechanic. So yeah, only 3-4 things, and it's fine if you don't do the boss thing, the Ergo thing. Like, yeah, okay, on second playthrough, I mean, this game is worth doing a second playthrough. I'm even thinking about it myself. I might do a second playthrough of the New Game Plus and then get the boss weapons and try different things. I don't know, maybe I'll do, because Lords of the Fallen doesn't work right now and I have 3 days to go for the Tekken 8. So maybe if you just add 3 things, first, which is the mouse control, have better mouse control, having to run back, remove the run back thing, just add checkpoints right before this door, like right, like Statue of Marika, Elden Ring. Just do that. It doesn't take much. Just do that. And I think those 2 things alone would make this game perfect for me. Like, everything else is perfect already. The story is great, combat system is great, gameplay feels good, the gameplay works. Basically, that's the most important thing. The gameplay works. And yes, maybe have more description about the weapons, what they actually do. You know, have a choice to double your Ergo. I think that's about it for the review. I'm not what to tell you the rating of the game here. If it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10. For me, it's the game of the year. That's it. What I have to say. That's it. That's it for my review. And you son of a bitch who's looking at the screen. Yeah, you take care of yourself, you little bitch. I'm out.